So can I ask you this? Do you love yourself like physically, mentally, spiritually?
I'm working on it, and I love me. Yeah. I love being Rena. I love waking up, to this body, to this mind. I do, but of course there's always ways or gaps where I see, oh wow, I could, if I just did that every single day, and was just so consistent with that, where would I be now? If I practiced this or this lift, or if I worked at this percentage every single week, where would I be now? Why didn't I just, and I have these, thoughts and.
But where does that come from?
Not being satisfied.
The Sonder Experience.
Back and forth.
Okay.
Forward and backwards.
Okay, back.
Side to side. Swivel. It's like it's in a circle.
Everybody's done an introduction but you.
No, I did.
No.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Yeah, I did.
You did an outro.
No.
You're lying.
No.
You did an outro. No. Your turn.
No, I did.
Your turn.
No, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You got it.
No, you didn't.
You got this.
You're lying.
No.
Because I was like, all right, you were sitting right there. I was like, all right, it's your turn. You do it. And you were like, after your brother goes first. You did an outro. I want you to do an intro.
I'll have to watch one with your brother.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh.
The song
77.
The Sonder, okay.
77.
Rena.
77, right?
Misfit.
Misfit.
Oh,
Misfit.
I have
Misfit, okay.
Okay.
The Sonder.
The Sonder.
77.
77. Misfit. Okay.
Oh, come on. You got to.
No, you got it. It's
You're
easy,
like,
dude.
go, and he's like,
you got to do it at some point.
Okay.
You got it.
Dude, don't be nervous.
Okay. No.
If it sucks, it's not going to suck. If it sucks, I'll do one.
Okay. 77, right?
77. Misfit.
Yeah.
You got it, dude. Come on.
You got me so nervous right now.
No,
Okay.
I'm excited.
The Sonder.
Yes.
Can we just switch it over?
No, dude.
You have
Just
to do it.
smash it.
Can we do rock,
want
paper,
this.
scissors?
No.
No, that's what we. Come on.
You got this.
Okay.
Fourth times. Now that he's done it 3 times, like
You got
got
this.
it.
Dude, you got it.
You get it.
Okay.
Don't look.
Momo
I won't
was
even look
silent.
at you. I won't even look
Yeah,
at you.
yeah.
Okay, go. Come on, man. You got this.
Okay. Oof. Okay. Oof. See, I'm nervous.
You got it.
Okay,
Why are you
let's go.
nervous?
Because you make
Maybe just knowing, because we're not this isn't nerve wracking, but knowing where
that
it's going
yes,
is nerve wracking.
Yes,
But you've been
exactly. Okay, I'll do the outro. How about that? The
That's
outro.
what we've been doing.
No, I'll do the outro.
Do the
You-
outro. You do
no,
the
you
intro.
do the intro.
No, dude.
Okay,
you got
okay,
this.
Okay. Let's go.
It's gonna be good.
Okay. Thanks for tuning. See, I was
You were there.
Come on.
I was gonna
You
say-
had it.
I thought.
Come on, man. You got this.
Practice.
Okay.
What do you think you'll say? Like
Let's go
just
see.
a rough take.
Let's see.
You want me to do a mock one?
Yeah, let's see.
All right. This is how I would do it. Ready?
We're just gonna use that.
You want? Okay. I'll do it this time. You have to do 78.
Okay, done.
You
deal.
promise.
I promise.
You promise.
I promise.
Okay.
No, I'll do the
Wow.
outro on this one.
Yeah, but you have to do the intro next one.
Okay.
Okay,
done
here we
deal.
go.
Okay.
Ready? Watch me.
Okay.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for watching the Sonder Experience. This is episode 78. I am your host. I am the Journey. I have Big Brown with me, my co-host, and I have Rena Misfit.
Woo!
She is back. I'm very excited.
Where should I? Do I look right here?
No, this is you.
This is. Oh
That's you right here. You're good. Do you want me to take you off this so you're not watching you?
No.
Are you sure?
I'll work on it.
I'm gonna take it
No,
off. I'm gonna take it off. We're just gonna
You
watch.
see me do it?
Yes, yes. We're gonna do like music or something. That's
this.
fine. No.
For her kind of music.
Huh?
For her kind of music.
What kind of music do you like?
Oh my gosh, I've been loving like indie, like
Indie.
Noah Khan, loving him. Or just what's another word for indie? Like it's not country, but it's more like kind of alternative, rocky.
So what would you type in like if I was just gonna find
INDY.
INDY?
Yeah, like indie and what comes up afterwards. Are you on Spotify?
Indie car, Indy 500, Indie
Oh,
Bug.
if you were on like Spotify, like a music app, it would be like, I don't even know what indie is abbreviated for.
Is it something like this kind of? Real
Yeah.
chill, like low vibes?
Like, yeah, it's
Okay.
like indie mix,
Like
and it's
relaxing?
like the
Okay.
Lumineers, Noah Khan, One Republic, Coldplay.
Yeah, I'm
like,
going to try to put it on.
yeah, maybe that'll calm me down.
Mine, it's not working so great right now.
So you're nervous like me.
Yeah, maybe my nervous. You
But
can see my
There's no
nervousness
need to
by
be
looking
nervous.
here.
We're just friends. We've
We're
been
just having
watching.
conversation.
I've been watching you for forever.
Oh yeah.
You just had a birthday.
I did.
What do you think about that?
I'm 21. I'm 21.
Did you have anything? No drinks.
Wait, when was it?
February 12th. So like almost 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
No, it was a really jam-packed day.
Was
'Cause,
it?
Yeah, it was crazy because I tried to just fit so much in. We did like a family workout in my garage.
Oh yeah.
Had dinner, of course, like a big giant ribeye. Oh my gosh.
Yeah?
So good. And then we went to the casino, actually. Very not my setting.
Yeah.
I won nothing.
Did you have a good time though?
You know, it was fun with my family.
Yeah, yeah.
But I didn't realize it was so luck oriented. I thought it was more strategic.
Well, what did you play?
Slots.
See.
How are you gonna have strategy on slots?
You know, I didn't know. I didn't know what a slot entailed until going.
Oh,
you know,
I
so
got you.
but I guess like at the tables, whatever games that they host, like at the tables,
Yeah, the card games.
is more like strategy. But
Yeah.
I would look like just such a fool if I tried to do those ones.
How much did you lose?
Oh my gosh.
Like $20 or something
No,
simple?
like 150.
No.
Wait, on the
Yeah, I
slots?
lost a lot. Yeah.
See that's my what I say on the last one.
How do you guys go a lot?
I had a bad habit.
You did.
Yeah, I had an
Slots?
addiction. Yeah, I had I had like an addiction for like 2 years with my brother,
Mm.
and it was
Him too.
yeah, it was like we lost 100. It's like I gotta get my $100 back,
I'll be right back.
and then like you're down like 300 later, you know. So I was
I have to
like,
go get my $300 back. Keep trying.
so you gotta learn when to say no. On
Yeah.
that, like 'cause-
And I hear my mom. It's just bright. I felt like I needed like blue blockers.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I go in, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I was so tired. But now I can say I never like to be like so inexperienced.
Yeah.
So now I can say, okay, I've been there.
yeah.
I know kind of like the vibe
What
of
it
what
is.
it's about, and like I won't go again.
Yeah.
You know, but at least to say that I did it.
See, but
That's
that
my
comes
thing.
with you being fit.
Uh-huh.
It's not your environment anymore.
That's the thing. You know, well, yeah.
Well, it was never her environment to begin with.
It was
Yeah.
never my environment.
That's not how she got down. Yeah.
No. Hey, have you gone, Gary?
To the casino?
I mean, not have you gone, but is that like a
Oh,
hobby?
Vegas. I love it. Back when I was drinking.
you
and,
go
like,
to Desert Diamond right here?
I've been a couple times.
Okay, yeah.
I went before they even had their liquor license when it first came up, and they had
really?
like free sodas. Were you
No,
around?
I never went.
No. Oh, you've never been to that one?
Well, I stopped doing it for 10 years now.
Oh,
At least 10
really?
years, yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone one time, like just because my brother,
Yeah.
but it's not like, oh, I'll go back again, like weekend after
You know
weekend. Yeah.
how you
Yeah.
can be. You know, when
Yeah.
you go in there, you're weak. Not
Yeah.
weak, but it's
Yeah.
hard. It's
It is.
temptation.
It's yeah. The temptation is there, especially when my brother's like, "How much you up or how much you losing?" You know. I'm
You're like, don't talk about it.
yeah.
Don't wanna talk about
Was
it.
any of it fun?
Um,
Maybe even just being there with your people?
just being there with my people, that
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Whose
the
idea was
casino itself? My dad goes often, so
Oh, okay.
and my sister will go with my dad.
Yeah.
So they were like, we should go to the casino. I'm like,
Right.
okay. You know, it's not like I'm going to be like drinking.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I did a shot of Topo Chico,
What's that?
like sparkling water.
Oh,
Oh.
come on,
Because she
dude.
my sister got me the cutest little shot glasses, and it said guackward, like awkward.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, literally me. Like everything is so avocado based. My avocado bag.
So you don't drink
Yeah.
at all, huh?
Everything. No, I don't
That's-
drink.
You've never,
I've never drank.
and you've never smoked,
Nope.
and you've never drugged.
No.
Nothing, dude.
Wow.
I am
Just as
That
clean
is-
gal.
That is mad.
Okay, so we were talking a little bit about like when you don't eat chocolate, like regular sweets. You eat that gross.
Okay,
dog
that
butt
really dark
chocolate.
chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've recently found these chocolate chips, and they are dates,
Yeah.
cocoa butter, which I looked up, you know, how cocoa butter is derived, and I agree with like, you know, the process. And then one other thing, and like just like cacao mass or something like that, and they're like 3-ingredient chocolate chips, and I've been loving those, and I get those at Sprouts. Sprouts is my I'm a kid in a candy store at Sprouts. So
but you're not eating potato chips, you're not eating candy bars, you're not eating gummy worms.
No. And again, like my body doesn't crave it anymore. You know what I mean? But also I've never wanted to be a part of that. I never enjoyed being, tricked, nor does anybody, but like markets know, like, companies know that people cannot resist. They're like, I'm going to finish that bag of chips. I'm going to finish this sleeve of crackers. And they know that you're going to come back for more. And I just never wanted to be part of that equation. Right. Because I guess I just have so many questions just about things. And I wonder, I'm like, why do we keep going back into this bag of chips, even if we don't necessarily want it, but we don't go back for a third ribeye, because we're full, because that's what nature, and that's from nature. Nature knows, okay, like this is going to provide you with all the nutrients that you need, and you're going to be full for 4 to 6 hours in between your next meal. But with a bag of chips, those are empty calories. You know what I mean?
I've been having an issue with that. So after the surgery, there's foods that are called slider foods, and it's foods that you can eat way too much of, like chips, because it really smushes down to nothing. Because I was telling him my stomach is the size of an egg.
An egg?
They built me a stomach. So that egg that you just ate is the size of my stomach.
What size was it?
Stomach.
But what size of the regular stomach would you compare this one to an egg? What would you compare the other one to?
Like a watermelon.
Shit.
Like a gallon-sized baggie?
Like I don't even know. I don't know. Like
way bigger.
Way bigger.
Like a basketball?
30 plus years of overeating.
Because yours is stretched. Your stomach
So bad.
It was stretched.
Yeah, so my stomach is still inside of me with staples, and I'll never use it again. But it still creates digestive enzymes and bile, all the stuff that I need, because it reconnects down later into the tubing. They built me a new stomach that's up higher. So like when I get full now, I get full like up high.
You feel it right here.
I feel it up here because that's where my new stomach is at.
Interesting.
Remember we were talking about like ghrelin and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how there's that little like, well, I was telling you there's almost like a full button. You know what I'm saying? Up at the top.
You said a full button.
So when you're super full and you can feel that you're satisfied, but then you eat too much and now you're nauseous.
Feel ill, yeah.
Yeah. That's ghrelin.
Yes.
All my food feels like that now.
Oh.
It's not uncomfortable if I overdo it.
Yeah.
But like basically all my food needs to be able to fit through like the size of your ring. Anything bigger than that,
really,
it's not good. And I can't eat and drink at the same time anymore because it'll flush too quickly. It'll make me sick. And I can't eat and drink within a half hour of each other.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't have like water with your meal.
Not at all.
Really?
Nope. It'll induce something called dumping, where everything just goes into my piping too quickly, and I'll throw up. They call it dumping.
You've done that.
I've experienced dumping syndrome twice, but never threw up.
Oh,
yeah.
What happened?
It's almost like your body can't throw up anymore.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why it's not called vomiting anymore. It's called dumping, which is kind of stupid, but
it won't go out the other end. Like you won't just have like massive diarrhea.
No.
If you eat too much.
No, but my body doesn't process certain things anymore. Even stuff that I've been eating for 30 years.
Yeah.
If my body decides like I can't eat that anymore, I can't have it. Well, that is awkward. Just got a knock on the door. We're having some construction done outside. So it looks like one of their vehicles was parked on a cord or a wire. So they're having to move their vehicles real quick. Was it you?
No,
it was Rena? Okay.
It was Rena.
Okay.
All right.
It's all good.
I'm getting more comfortable around here.
Comfortable?
Comfortable.
No, you're good.
I'm just shy. I'm nervous.
Why?
I was gonna wear my mask.
Why? But why are you shy?
I'm just a shy person, but once I feel comfortable,
Yeah,
because you get me on camera. Censor this, fucker. Did you see that?
Yeah, dude.
My dad laughed at that shit.
Oh, when you asked my brother, "Can you see this?" It was you. No worries, no worries. And then will you move that light back?
No. When she said white car, I was like, oh, we both got white cars.
But tilt the light facing that way more.
This way?
More. That's good.
And again, Garrett,
Thanks.
I'm just so sorry. Like, if you already touched on a lot of the stuff that you're telling me,
No.
you know, I'm so curious.
You know why it's not a big deal?
Because you're my friend, and I want to know how my friend's body is, you know?
No, I got you. The reason it's not a big deal is this might be somebody's first episode watching it.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Yeah,
I
or people
don't.
might have the same questions.
Yeah,
about
I don't
a second
mind.
surgery.
I don't mind. And you might have a different question that hasn't been asked that I might not touch on.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
How your stomach is now the size of an egg, and now it won't go through your butt if you eat too much, but you won't even throw up. You'll feel it.
I'll feel
You'll
that nauseous
Feel the
feeling.
nausea. How long does it take to subside?
It can depend. If you catch it quick enough, it may be 20 minutes. It can go 2 hours and put you on the ground.
But
And-
and then when you said you were talking about added sugar, that's not added sugar, but 14 grams
Sugar.
of sugar, just even fruit,
Even fruit.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Is that why that's zero sugar?
That's zero sugar. So I wanted to ask you, would you drink something like that?
I would not.
You
'Cause
wouldn't.
What are the ingredients?
Probably nothing you love.
Is it a big list?
No, it's stuff that I can't.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
You put health first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She puts her body
Oh,
first.
exactly.
And that's mentally, physically, spiritually.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get this guy in trouble right now
Uh-huh.
because he just told me since we've been recording,
You're
which
a
has been
dog.
3 weeks,
You're a dog.
he hasn't been to the gym.
Really?
I haven't been to the gym in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
This is a thintervention right now, dude. What are we doing?
What?
No, you have
Shout
to.
out
Right?
Derek.
Am I right? Am I right or am I wrong?
About
Put in health first, no matter what.
My health is
if
first,
your
though.
health, okay, but health can look different, you know, for different.
My health
people.
is first. Okay, so if I'm gonna explain myself, I'll just say
Uh-huh.
that since being on this show, I do everything. I do setup, I do tear down, I do all the audio, I do all the video, I do all the editing, I do all the clipping, I do all the reels, I do.
Yeah.
Well, I have a job that's a 12-hour shift overnight, and I have no way to do it at work. So when I get home, I have to do it here, but I still need sleep.
Yep.
So if I'm already working 12 hours, I might have an hour and a half to 2 hours of editing, and that's still losing a lot of sleep because it's not just like I don't go to sleep and then wake up at work and I'm ready to go. No, I got to wake up. I still got to take my kids to school. I got to get them fed. I got to get them dressed. I have to do the process of going to sleep and hope I sleep quickly.
Yep.
I have to wake up. I got to shower. I got to get dressed. I got to drive to work. I'm losing a lot of hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't just go home and put your head on your pillow.
Half of my life is being spent at work.
Yeah.
This show is just a huge passion of mine. It's a huge dream.
Yeah.
And not that having a physically fit body or a physically sound mind isn't a part of my dream. It's just something had to be sacrificed. And I know that while I'm at work, I might not be able to lift weights, but I've been walking 5 miles a day
Oh, wow. At work?
at work
Dang.
because it's all security. So I it's just me.
So it's
you
still
know.
security, but you're just in a different.
I'm just watching like new build homes
Okay.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
there's nothing out there.
Yeah.
So I just hoof it and I just burn all my calories that way. I'm still steady losing weight. You know, I'm just not in the gym lifting weights like I want to. But I'm going into work and this will be my 11th day straight.
Today? Like tonight?
Which is dedication. But
It's my 11th day straight going to work.
Is this by choice?
It's because normally I would start Thursday, so I'd go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But now doing this way, I transitioned to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So now I'll have Saturdays and Sundays off.
So it was 4 days a week, now it's 5.
Correct. But I get weekends now, and I have kids, and that's very important because I haven't had a weekend. My first shift at this new job was Thanksgiving night, so I missed Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve, New
Christmas?
Year's.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
yeah, I was working.
Wow.
So like making that sacrifice to work these 11 days gives me my weekends.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
And like this is how you're spending your weekend.
And
Doing
right after,
the passion that you're doing.
I'm going to work tonight though. So like I have.
But
no
this is your
sleep.
last weekend, you said, right?
This is my last time. Yeah. And truthfully, I didn't even need to work tonight.
But
it's just there was overtime,
if you don't get
so I
your
took it.
Oh, you took
Yeah.
this.
if you don't get your butt in the gym, you see that chancla?
Yeah.
But I do get what you're saying, how, you know, if you have priorities, right?
Yeah.
This show sounds like a priority
Right.
of yours. Work is, of course, a priority. Your family.
Sure.
So it's finding that, that time now.
Right.
And
I'm not
the
talking
gym
shit.
is not a priority,
It.
but
My health is still a
but
priority.
that's still health. You're
Yeah.
trying to get sleep. That's it.
Yeah.
No gains can be made if you don't get sleep.
Right.
'Cause
Zero.
what
you
what?
know?
And I know you're on a different time zone.
Mhm.
What time do you wake up? Like, if you
It
don't,
depends on the day.
if you don't mind me asking.
No, yeah. I mean, some days with my coaching job, because now I'm like not full time, but my job is now solely just group fitness. So I'll coach like group fitness classes. Depending on the day, if I'm coaching at like the 6:30 class, I'll get up at 4:50
AM.
a.m. So some days I'll do like 4:50 a.m. Other days I'll do 6 a.m. Some days when I'm able to sleep, I'll sleep till like 8:30 or 9.
No.
So it is not consistent, which is not great.
Yeah.
And I need to work on practicing what I preach.
And how many times do you go out? 7 days, like your gym time. 3 days, 4 days.
I'll be at the gym physically 4 days.
4.
And then I'll work out at home for 2 days. And then one of those days I do absolutely no fitness, but I'll stretch or walk.
Oh.
So, but having to go and, drive to the gym. But I've changed my gym routine greatly, so where I'm there for an hour and 20 max, and I'll talk about that later too. We can touch on that about how that looks and how I've been able, because mine was like yours. I would be there 2 plus, and I just but
it's
like,
a mental thing. I
yeah.
think it's like,
Well, I want to give you a compliment too.
uh-huh
I told you. I know. You came in and you were like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I look like my hair, this and that." Which camera
that's why I
angle?
was late. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it again. I think you look stunning.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
I think you're beautiful.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that I notice about you is, and I hope you don't take this wrong,
No.
you look softer,
Really?
and it fits you
Yeah.
well. You
Thank
look
you.
amazing.
Thanks.
And I don't know, I'm only saying this because you said that you switched up your gym routine and your stuff like that. So obviously you're not in there like a fucking Terminator anymore.
Yeah.
You know.
Uh-huh.
But have you seen? I have a picture of you from the first time you were on the show
Yeah.
to now.
Yep.
You were
Thin.
solid.
I was thin and solid.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
And I think, the softness. I mean,
Is that a bad thing?
no.
I feel like you don't like that.
I think I'll go home and overthink that.
no, but
Is it a bad thing?
but no, because
No.
what did I say?
I know what you mean.
What did I say when before I met her? I
What?
said she's like on a good frequency.
Yeah.
You can tell she has good energy.
Sure.
Like from the minute I saw your Instagram,
Aw.
I was all like, okay, that's good energy. Like you can tell.
Wow,
there's, like,
even before me.
yeah, before
Oh,
even
that's so
like you
sweet.
can just tell.
And
like,
that's great, but body dysmorphia
and
is
what did I
very
tell
real.
you?
Yeah.
What did I tell you? Like on the last podcast.
I don't know.
If
You
that-
keep pointing at me though. We're gonna have
Hey,
issues.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this.
Knock a love, son.
Remember, I'm gonna tell you
I'm gonna
this.
tell you this much.
But remember, I told you on the last podcast, like if it was not right on that first meet, I don't
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
And like even before I met her, I was like, I can tell that energy is gonna be there.
For sure.
Aw.
For
Like
sure.
you can tell by negative people, like how
Yeah.
you say,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to say what, but what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just the energy, and energy can drain people,
Sure.
Yeah.
So being in fitness and stuff like that for me, it's like if the energy is there, I love being there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what you mean being there for 2 hours and a half. It
Yeah.
could be time consuming, and it's more like a mental thing, I feel like.
Yep.
So if you understand energy and you understand mental, then that's the biggest thing. I don't have the energy to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I was gonna say earlier, I'm not talking shit, but I do everything. And
No.
if I could,
And-
you're the co-host.
Yeah, I know.
If I could be like you
Yeah.
and just
sit
come
back.
in and talk and
Yeah.
then not,
It's different.
because what I put out this episode right last week, you haven't even watched it, so you haven't even had
Yeah, I
time to-
did. On the last one?
with my brother.
Yeah, I watched it.
You
already.
said you didn't watch it.
No, my dad hasn't watched it.
Oh,
Oh, I'm pointing again.
but
Cut this finger out.
okay, my bad. That was a misunderstanding. But remember, I asked you send me clips.
Oh, yeah.
Did you do it?
No, I did
Why
not.
not?
No. I forgot.
You see?
yeah.
I didn't forget,
Yeah.
but I wanted to see if you would do it,
Yeah.
and you didn't.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Time. Yeah.
It's hard. It's time consuming. My heart is in this podcast, but my heart is in my body too.
Yeah.
But also, and now I feel like I'm justifying things, so I apologize because I feel a little defensive. But skin removal,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be a really big process for me.
Okay.
my thought is, and so when people have skin removal surgery, they need to have a lot of excess skin, because what they're going to do is they're going to cut me and then pull and tighten.
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to lose as much weight as possible.
Yeah.
So when they tighten me up, I want them to tighten me up.
Yeah.
If I have more muscle than I have now, I could still possibly lose weight, and I don't want to do that. So I'm in this weird mental transition where I've always wanted to look like this. I've always wanted to be a bodybuilder.
Uh-huh.
In my mind, the only way that that's going to happen is if I get skinny,
Yep.
get tight, and then put on muscle so I can fill out, because they're not going to be able to make me flush. I'm still going to be saggy a little bit.
Okay.
And I want to fill that out with muscle.
And that's, I guess, I don't want to use the word saggy, but the extra skin that you're trying to get, cinched, that can't go away with just weight loss.
Absolutely not.
You're saying.
No. It has to be skin
that
removal surgery,
skin
and it's
has
going to
to
be
be
extensive.
Mm.
I'm going to have full chest, full stomach, thighs. I'm probably going to have to do my whole body.
Really?
My whole entire body is going to have to be cut off.
So when you lose weight, what's going away?
Hmm?
Because like your skin is staying the same, like it looks the same, but it just has less fat in it. Is that what you mean?
Mhm.
So it just sucks the fat. It's sucking the fat out, but the skin is still there.
Correct.
Is that
I'm
what you're
losing
saying?
fat.
But the skin
The damage is done.
is because the skin is stretched.
It's elastic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's elastic. It is what it is. You don't get to be 550 pounds and then snap back to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Have you always been fit, or like
Well,
what
like
age?
Garrett was talking about, like maybe 2 years ago, I see pictures too, and that's also where the dysmorphia kicks in. I'm
Yeah.
like, was I fitter? What was I doing there? Now am I doing something wrong now? Why don't I look like that now? Why is my belly button not like an Audi anymore?
Yeah.
My belly button, like, I would move my hand across my stomach and it would hurt because it was an Audi because I had like no fat on my stomach, none.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't look like you have
even-
any fat though.
even
You-
now,
you're skinny to me.
yeah, but I look back to my practices, back then, and that was the time where I was working in, overnight shifts and, working out at, 11 to 2 a.m., staying then having protein mug cakes and all this, processed food that I would consider processed, and that, I think, would I go back to that to look like that? And
But
the
you
answer is
damaged your
no.
body.
Yeah, and then I think I damaged my mind because not
Yeah.
that I tried to look I mean, of course, looks always have something to do with it, but looking that way then, I
Yeah.
look from now, I'm like, wow.
But do you
How
remember
do
you
I
even
get-
burned your body out of a menstrual cycle?
Yep, yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't having a period,
Yeah.
and I look back at that as well. And
Yeah.
I'm like I will take this
Mm-hmm.
any day, and I feel stronger. My aerobic capacity is so much better. I can breathe and sustain through workouts longer.
Yeah.
And I know how to pace and everything is just, I can pull more weight,
Yeah.
and I
You're
think
learning
that
still.
Well, she
drives-
looks like a very happy person. I'm gonna tell you that though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
you love yourself, I can tell.
I'm trying every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
to
You look
look
clean. You look clear.
Thanks.
Yeah. So that,
Oh,
I know that's important.
yeah,
for
and
you.
back then, I mean, I would take close-up pictures like of my cheeks. And
Yeah.
my cheeks were breaking out. And,
Yeah.
my skin was extremely dry. I had, gastro issues and
What is that?
gastro, like the,
Oh.
like I would have like acid reflux.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that landed me, it was, I don't think I would take just having that body over all of those issues. I think this body is
So you
know.
are you like all organic or
not necessarily, I don't look for like organic on like a label of certain foods, right? I try to do like grass-fed organic meats. Certain vegetables I'll look for organic if they don't have a thick peel. Like apples or strawberry, I'll try to look for those like organic. A lot of vegetables, I'll try to do like organic spinach.
Yeah.
Just with pesticides.
is your whole family like that?
No, my mom's not as strict. It's my mom and I who live together. My sister's really in on her fitness journey, and I'm
I was
so
gonna say
proud
I've
of
seen
her.
pictures and videos. She's looking good too.
Yeah, she's looking really good, and she's been always so. She's been a lot more thin.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you have your base. I'm like, she's always been athletic.
Right.
Like, now you just have to build upon that and like your goal.
So you inspired her.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
I
I'm
could
working
tell.
at it. But to
That's
answer
older sister, right?
Older sister, yeah. To answer your question, I've always been into like keeping my body healthy, and when I was 11, 12, I would go on Atkins.
Really?
I would follow like 8-minute abs videos, and it was that.
So at the age of 11.
very young.
Wow.
Yeah, I just always knew I never wanted to. It was just that.
You can
was
say
just my
big. You can say big
mentality.
because I'm gonna tell you, my nephew. I was gonna say I'm gonna tell you this much,
Yeah.
but my nephew, my whole family has always been big,
Yeah.
and he's the only skinny one
Oh yeah.
because he saw
Why is
us.
that?
Because I think he saw us and said, "Hey, I don't
You
want
wanted
to
to
get."
break the chain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Were
now
you
I-
afraid? Is that what you were about to say? That you were afraid of being fat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially. And that would always run through my mind. Like, I don't want to be fat. I
Yeah.
don't want to be fat. But I would look at my family and I'm like, well, no one in my family is fat. But then knowing, even at a young age, knowing if I keep eating this, pizza, like it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Anybody can get,
big.
big.
That's not a bad thing
So, no.
to think that, because
Yeah.
I'm still big,
Mhm.
but how many conversations have we had where I tell you, like, I'm tired of being fat? Nobody
Yeah.
wants to be fat. It doesn't feel good.
Mhm.
It doesn't. It's
Yeah,
you're
I don't
not-
mean to offend.
No,
everybody,
no,
and I don't.
no,
you
and
guys
no,
are
no, and I can tell,
beautiful,
and I can tell,
beautiful bodies.
no, and I can tell it for her. It's hard to say those words because she doesn't mean it that way.
She doesn't want to take offense, but I'm
Yeah.
telling you, and he's telling you, and any big
Yeah.
person will tell you, nobody wants to be fat.
Mhm.
We hate it.
Mhm.
We hate it so much that I'm willing to cut my stomach out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, sometimes I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy that you said that. Before I used to think, I'm like, what if I just cut a knife and cut my stomach off?
I was
You
just
know, 'cause
having
it-
this
it gets-
conversation yesterday.
It becomes a mind thing, dude.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Like insecurity stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So for
You're
me,
willing
it's
to do the most.
Yeah,
like
you know,
the most
like
extreme.
extreme, yeah.
Yeah.
But now I know there's like no shortcuts, you know. Like you have to put in the work.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
There's the secret. Literally, is that there are no secrets, and
Right.
it's just pure hard work
Mhm.
and the will and the want. You
Yeah.
have to want it, and when you want it, you'll put everything off,
Sure.
and that will be your,
Can I get an
That's
honest
what you'll
opinion from
follow.
both of you guys?
please.
How do you? I know how you feel, but I'm wondering how you feel now. I know how you feel 11 months ago. I want to know how you feel now.
It's been 11 months.
It's been 11 months, dude.
I'm a bad friend.
No,
It's not
No.
when we haven't
we
spoken.
messed it.
No.
No,
Daniel.
no.
Again, he's crazy busy.
Yeah.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a big.
I'm
No,
justifying
There
it
ain't no
now.
love
No,
lost. How do you guys feel about weight loss surgery? Is it cheating? And please be honest. Fuck anybody else that gets there.
like
Feelings
skin
hurt.
removal or weight
No,
loss.
weight loss surgery.
You go
What I
first.
had done, my procedure.
I
It's
mean,
called gastric bypass.
I had gastric
This is
bypass.
gastric.
I don't think it's a bad thing because every person has a different journey.
Sure.
You know, you're at a different weight. I was at a different weight.
Right.
You know, so for me, I don't think it's called cheating.
It's
you
not
know?
the easy way out.
No.
It's not.
No, but you do have to continue on eating healthy and
Correct.
continue on going to the gym.
Right.
You know, that's why I say you still have to put in the work. There's no shortcuts.
Sure.
Yes.
You know.
There's no. Yeah. I'm
like
at the same.
you said, oh, I'm still study dropping weight.
Right.
You know, you still have to put in the work.
Correct.
I love you. That's why I just want you.
Oh no, I understand.
I want
dude.
you
I'm
to
not
get
mad
back
at
in.
it.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just with my Rottweiler business,
Mm-hmm.
I put that first,
Right.
and that's why I got big.
Right.
What business?
I do like dog breeding,
Okay.
and I was like, oh, I want to be famous off of it. You
Yeah.
know, like, and I put all my effort into it.
And you put everything else aside.
I put everything else
Fitness
aside.
wise
Yeah,
or
I was like,
health-wise.
oh, I'll be happy with all this money. And guess what? I was never happy.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, now I found self-love.
Mhm.
Like I love myself now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, more than when I had money.
Yeah.
So now it's like I'd rather put my health first than anything else. Even like I say, I would rather wake up so early in the morning than do my dogs. Like,
Yep.
yeah, you guys come second, but my health comes first now.
Because if
Now-
you're not functioning,
Yeah.
nothing functions.
People are
Exactly.
going to hear this, and I'm just going off of what you not triggered, but brought up a reaction in me.
Yeah.
You don't have any kids.
Exactly.
You don't have children.
I don't have bills.
You don't have a mortgage.
No.
You
Which
don't-
is a lot, I know.
So there's going to be a lot. excuses come so quick, and maybe this is me being defensive again. I'm so tired of being fat. You know what I mean? That my mental is still like, well, why am I like that? Why am I like that? And instead of just taking responsibility and say, well, because I fucking picked up the fork for so many years, I'd rather be like, well, there's no time. There's this. I have stress. I have kids. I have da 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 da. But those things really do matter.
They do.
Yeah.
You can go to the gym whenever you want because you don't need to be home to make sure your kids are safe. I can't leave a 10 and a 7-year-old alone. I
You know
can't.
what I
I
mean?
can't
So
do
there's-
these things.
yeah.
You know. So, like,
And that's why I say it's not cheating. You know,
I
It's-
don't think
it's,
so.
It's not cheating.
I don't think so.
Everything is on a different time zone.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you were bigger than me, so there's gonna be different, you know, outcomes to it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so for me, I don't think it's cheating. Like I've thought about skin removal.
Yeah.
You know, because I know how I look under this shirt.
Sure.
You know, even when people tell me, "Oh, you're not gonna have that much loose skin,"
Yeah.
like I know how I look under,
Right.
and that's just honest truth.
Right.
You know,
Well, I was just having this conversation yesterday. So with skin removal, it's going to be a lot of money, but it's considered cosmetic because it's not necessary. The only reason it would be necessary is if it was causing chafing and infections and stuff like that.
It's
you know?
not?
No.
Or has it?
No.
Oh.
Well, I really take care of myself though.
Yeah.
I deodorant everywhere. I really, really,
Yeah.
because I told you before, as a big guy or as big people, you smell quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't smell, and I've never smelled. I don't
Right.
smell bad. I always smell good. It takes a lot of work to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm deodorant everywhere there's a fold. I'm deodorant anywhere skin touches skin, right? But the conversation I was having yesterday was if they say that it is not medically necessary and it's cosmetic, I am almost so afraid and of the mindset that I will literally have somebody hold my stomach over this table and have somebody hit it with like an axe or something. And then go to the hospital and be like, I need your help. You guys need to fix this. If they're not going to do it naturally. How crazy of a thought is that I'm willing?
What do you mean naturally?
I mean, naturally, like if they won't just take me as a client. If my insurance won't pay for it and they're like, yeah, you can have the skin removal surgery, but it's going to be $30,000.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go buy an axe from Home Depot and then I'm going to chop it off. And then now you guys need to sew me up and take care of me.
That's what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's how desperate I would be for that.
see, and that remember what I said about I wanted to grab the knife and just cut my stomach off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's hard wrapping my mind around how serious you guys actually are about this.
Well, you have to think about it. And it's hard for you to put yourself in
That's
my
why,
shoes.
and I'm really trying.
I can't
as
put
you-
myself in your shoes.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what it's like to be a woman.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Uh-huh.
Take physical body out of it.
Yeah.
Take mental out of it. I can't tell you what it's like to have curly hair like that.
Yeah.
I just cannot.
Yes.
I can't fathom it,
Yeah.
right? I was 550 pounds at my heaviest.
Uh-huh.
I want to get down to like 220, 230.
Yep.
That is so much extra skin. I don't want to put in all this time, all this effort, literal tears and blood and sweat to go from hating my body one way to hating my body another way.
Yeah.
That would absolutely destroy me. Then it's like, for what? I might as well just stayed fat and just ate the food that I wanted. Because either way, I'm sad, you know? So it's a huge struggle. And I don't mean for this show to always be about health and fitness.
But that's what you're passionate about.
But I think the reason why it always goes there is because it is my passion. It's on my mind from the time that I wake up to the time that I go to bed, how I look.
Health is the basis of life.
Correct.
You know, whatever it is that we talk about, it all relates back to health
Yeah.
in some way. So
Right.
I
Like
think these are really
I've always said, I've wished I would have gotten into fitness sooner.
Sure.
You know, and I think her by saying, "Hey, I got into 11 years old,"
important.
you know, like that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, because at 11 years old, I was eating whatever my mom was cooking for my dad.
Sure.
You know, so it was like nonstop eating for me. Like that's how we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're eating breakfast, lunch, dinner,
And snacks.
and snacks, whatever you want to eat.
whatever you
You
want.
know,
Yeah.
so for her to have a mindset that crazy at 11 years old, I think it's inspiring. Dude.
Why is it crazy though?
Because you don't see 11 years
It's
old.
not
Got
common.
you.
It's not common
Gotcha.
at all.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, often things that aren't,
Yeah.
common are
Yeah.
crazy. Like seeing a woman with, a lot of muscle. Not that I have a lot,
Yeah.
but just, again, with the stares. And I'm like, I wonder,
Mhm.
why are they staring? But it's like, I would stare too.
Yeah.
When I see a woman with so much muscle. Now I know that took a lot to get there.
Yeah.
And there's a story behind that.
Mhm.
So there you stare and you have questions and your mind goes and you don't necessarily mean to.
Yeah.
You know, so I've gotten less, you know, so triggered about the staring because it's I get it.
Right.
You know, I do the same.
Yeah.
So, but to circle back to what you were saying, Garrett, how much more weight can you lose naturally before it is all just skin weight?
Naturally, I don't
Yep.
know.
So are you going to keep trying to lose as much as you can by yourself before you go?
Well,
with
I've already had the skin. I've already had the weight loss surgery.
No,
so
but the skin removal, I mean.
Oh.
Like, how much more can you lose right now naturally
Yeah.
until it's all just skin weight and you need to get, you know, your skin? Because the skin doesn't mean they're not going to cut the skin off. They're just going to resituate your skin.
No, they cut the skin.
They cut it off.
completely
So that's pounds lost.
exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how much more weight can you lose by yourself? Sorry, before.
No.
She's picking up something. Sorry.
until it's just down to skin.
Well, I watch those shows like My 600-Pound Life or like Where Are They At Now, where they do get the skin removal surgery.
They all do it.
Well, if
Pretty
they
much.
can, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people can't afford it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have health insurance, so they just can't do it, right? In those shows, when they cut off even just around the stomach, we're not counting arms, we're not counting legs or back or chest. Most of them just around the stomach area are losing anywhere between 11 to 17 pounds of skin
Oh wow.
because they weigh it. That's a lot.
Yep.
Especially when you see, like, you know, those commercials, this is 1 pound of fat. That's that much skin.
Yeah. So you're thinking, wow, if that's stomach, say 11 pounds, arms, you know,
Right.
6 pounds.
Arms, legs.
legs.
You know, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. I know that
They
I'm
won't touch your
vain.
face, will they?
I want them to. I'm going to end up wanting to do a facelift just because my laugh lines, I feel like I'm starting to get a jowl. As losing
They
weight,
fall
I
over.
feel like I look older because when you're fat, you fill out. So like I have more wrinkles now because I'm losing weight in my face.
But hasn't his skin cleared up more?
Heck yeah, your face
Really?
looks very.
Do I look different?
Your face. I can see more of your ears.
Really?
Yeah, because like right here.
I never knew that was a thing.
No, yeah. I mean,
I have a neck now, dude. Like, it's weird.
I saw him before the surgery,
Yeah.
and I was all like, when I saw him, I was like, damn, it just reminds me of me.
Yeah.
You know, like he wanted to dig himself out. You know, and then when he came back after surgery, I would even check up on him after the surgery, right? I texted you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, how are you doing? It's like, hey, I'm doing good. I'll be back at the gym. Didn't see him for like 3 weeks, and I'm like, dude, your skin is clearing up.
Yeah. By me saying that you look incredible, is that offensive?
Not at all.
Do you think too deeply about that? Like, oh, is she saying I look incredible and didn't mean that I looked incredible before?
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't. And it's okay.
No.
It is.
I think you looked like a beautiful human before.
I understand, but it wasn't healthy. And anything that isn't healthy can't be beautiful.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not offensive. It is not at all. Like, I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
You accepted me. That's what it is.
I mean, I thought very highly.
Of
you know,
course.
of you.
How'd you
doesn't
guys meet?
At the gym.
The gym.
At the gym.
At the gym.
Yeah.
My size never had anything to do with how I treated others.
No, you were the same Garrett in my eyes.
100%.
But you do look substantially different, and you look great.
Yeah, I look
Yeah.
better. And that is okay. That is like, that's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would I go through everything that I'm going through not to be told I look better?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not offensive. I don't feel like I wasn't worthy then. Now I am worthy now.
Yeah.
With other people, I feel like that, especially with strangers. I get greeted more often now.
Really?
Oh yeah, more people talk to me.
People that you knew before?
No.
You mean? Okay, just
No,
people.
you've treated me the same since day one.
Yeah.
You accepted me.
Uh-huh.
You love me.
I do.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
But to say that I may have been a beautiful person, but my body could not have been beautiful because it wasn't healthy. It was destroying me. And you wouldn't want that for me. It would be like a sickness. If I was drinking, if this was poison, you would tell me to stop. Even though it looks pretty, it's purple, it's nice, it's colorful. You know, it tastes good.
Yeah.
It's good. I like the way it makes me feel.
Yeah.
Cool. It's bad for me. That can't be good.
Yeah.
That can't be beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My soul has always been good.
Maybe it's Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
in that
Yes.
sense. I mean,
Yes.
your soul has always been
Correct.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, if your body wasn't serving you,
Right. Yeah.
then I guess it was. Because to answer your question, what you asked for both of us,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's as long as you knew what you were going into, I don't see it as cheating. You
Yeah.
know, it's your way of helping yourself,
Right.
right? And if it's always your choice.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You get the last say in anything that you do.
Sure.
And as long as you knew the risk,
Mhm.
you knew the risk,
Mhm.
and you know the risks that come,
Correct.
with it years
Yeah.
down the road,
Mhm.
and you're willing to accept that and that, then
I mean,
it's not cheating.
it's so much harder, just in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Not that what you are doing isn't hard. Not that what you're doing isn't hard. What I'm doing is equally as hard, just in a different way, because I have to. It's great that I could change the physical. Hey, they created me a stomach the size of an egg. Of course, I'm going to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
I can still stay fat if I'm just eating chips and burgers.
Yeah, you have to commit.
If I'm not getting enough protein a day, I'll get sick. I'll get malnourished if I don't make sure that I take my vitamins every day. I will get severely dehydrated if I don't drink my liquids. There's criteria that now could have been optional. I have to meet,
Yes.
or I will get sick.
Uh-huh.
And if I get sick, my body doesn't have the energy from food to fight off like it needs to.
So where does it get the energy from?
Stored fat right now because I have it, right? But eventually when I get down to like the 240, 230, 220,
Your start.
I'm going to start being sickly if I don't take care of myself.
Yep.
Now, sometimes to make myself feel human, I eat those slider foods that I was telling you about. I'll eat the chips and stuff because I want the crunch, I want the sour, I want the salty, I want the, I try to get the sweets that I can, even though it's zero sugar. My body can't process sugar. I still have cravings. I need to feel human from time to time. And anybody that's had the bariatric surgery will understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it is water and protein shakes.
Mm.
That takes up my life. Water and protein shakes. I rarely eat food.
Will it always be that way?
It doesn't have to be,
Mm-hmm.
but you find out what works for
What
you.
feels safe?
Correct. And
Yeah.
because I still want to build muscle, I know that I can't eat 250 grams of chicken. I mean, protein from chicken. I can't get 250 grams of protein from chicken because my stomach won't hold that much. I'll literally have to take bites all day long. There'll be no room for anything else. I can get 250 grams of protein with protein shakes.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because your body can process the shake better than it can process real chicken.
It's not
That
that.
you
It's just
mean.
it can hold more.
Hold more of the shake.
Hold more substance.
Okay.
Because 6 ounces of chicken,
It's less work.
I wouldn't even be able to finish it.
Oh.
So I
Because
couldn't
your
get,
stomach is so small.
I would be
now,
so
right?
full I couldn't get it in.
But are there just as many nutrients in a protein shake as in a place of chicken?
As I'm going sorely based off of protein.
Okay.
Now my vitamins and my minerals and
You get it through vitamins.
I have to get from
Supplements.
vitamins. Yeah, supplements.
Okay.
I have to do that. I have to take. But so the supplements that I take, they're called Fuse.
Okay.
They're chewables. They have capsules that you can take too.
Yeah.
But the ones that I take, I have to take 4 a day. They're about the size of my thumb, and they're 4 times the amount that my body needs. Now, the reason being is because my piping is rearranged and different, so there's less absorbing.
Okay.
So the best way I could break it down is, say I eat something that's 100 calories, my body's only going to take in about 65 to 70 of those calories. The other ones, it doesn't have enough time to travel through my tubes to be absorbed properly.
Where do the others go?
It's just expelled as waste.
Mm.
It doesn't get absorbed. So even though I'm drinking a protein shake that gives me 30 grams or 42 grams of protein, say I'm drinking a shake that gives me that's 30 grams of protein. That's what it's advertised as.
Yep.
I'm probably getting 20 to 25 of those.
Isn't that effect on most people though? The expenditure that we use to break down macronutrients, right? We don't end up absorbing the full amount just in general, but yours might be more sufficient, But I think
So-
everyone kind of has that.
Imagine you have a 10-foot tube
Yeah.
and food can travel
Yeah.
10 feet.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm missing 3 of those feet.
Uh-huh.
So I don't have 3 feet of absorbing.
Yeah.
I only have 7.
Uh-huh.
You get what I'm saying? So you'll you can do more in 10 minutes than you can in 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the breakdown of how my food works.
This we can't eat as much.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're not going to get all of it either.
Yeah.
And everybody's metabolism is different.
different.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're eating too. You know, you can trick your body into absorbing more by adding different foods in at the same time.
Yeah.
There's all these different variables.
Yeah.
I just try to break it down as simply as possible. I'm like, okay, I know that if I drink 30 grams of protein, I'm probably going to get about 20 to 24, 25. I'm going to drink 3 protein shakes a day.
Okay.
And then try to eat what I can as far as food goes. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's checks and balances.
You're going to learn so much. How long has it been? A few
6 months.
See, and I just started learning that because I was scared to eat, like, and I didn't know I had to eat protein. Like I was telling him to burn fat.
Mm.
So I was like, no, I don't want to eat.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to eat. You know, because when you're big, you're thinking, oh, you don't eat, you lose weight.
Yeah.
And it's not like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you almost scared to start gaining a bunch of muscle again because you're afraid that it's going to make you fat?
Mm-mm.
You don't feel like that's going to make you put on weight. You don't have that fear, right? Because that's not the case. But sometimes people, you know, might be like, oh my gosh, it looks so good. I don't want to touch what I'm doing. I don't want to affect what I'm doing. I want to keep losing. So if I start putting on the weight, I'm going to, you know, because you do gain weight, you know, when you gain muscle, it's inevitable, you know, but you don't have that fear.
And
No.
Oh, good.
it's crazy that she said that because that's how I was. And I think that's why I'm so stuck on the Stairmaster because I've always been, if you would see my photos before, you'd be like, there's no way.
Yeah.
But I did it all on the Stairmaster. And now people are like, you got to go on weights, you know, because you've lost already all you can lose on
But it
that.
might be scary knowing,
Yeah.
well, with the weights, I'm going to
Put
put
on.
some on back, you know, but it's the good kind,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm going to pull up the picture for you,
Okay.
and I'm going to show you what I think that your mind has forgotten what I looked like when I first met you.
Okay.
And I want you to,
You
I think
remind
it'll
me.
put things into perspective a little bit because
Okay.
you're asking me if I'm going to be afraid of getting big again.
Yeah.
I had already given up on my life.
Yeah.
I had already given up on happiness. I had already given up on the fact that I accepted the fact that I was just going to be fat forever and I was going to die young and this is just what it was going to be. I was always going to be unhappy. Now every single day is extra because I had already given up.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about
This is all just an added bonus.
this is all extra and it just
wow.
feels good. I'm trying to find that picture for you real quick.
Because
though.
I know how that feeling feels with other things, but not with life.
Life.
You
Right.
know what I mean? Like money, right? Like, oh, like I served an extra few hours. You like, or I was planning to leave at, you know, whatever time, but I stayed an extra 2 hours. That extra money, that's just a bonus.
Yeah.
But I never think about that with,
Well, he just said.
My life.
Yeah. Yeah.
which is interesting.
This is crazy.
Is this on your Instagram?
No.
Oh, this
These
is
are
you.
pictures that I just
You're personal.
yeah. Wow. I'm kind of tripping out a little bit.
And that's why I told him about this podcast. It'll help him just to look back.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just to
Yeah.
look back on like, okay, even if he doesn't get paid for it, like how we talked about, just to have the memories.
This
here.
is so worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's
Wow.
when you met me.
Wow.
That's what I met you with no facial hair?
Yeah.
Did I?
Uh-huh.
That was like
Wow.
3, 2, how long have you known you? Like almost 3 years?
Yeah. That's what I look
Was
like.
that your heaviest?
That was my heaviest. Absolutely.
Wow.
It's crazy to see this.
How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel accomplished? Because you never thought you would get here.
Wow.
Wow.
Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
That's
oh my gosh.
nuts. But your love for me
It's the same.
is the same.
It's the same.
So me feeling and the way that I felt right here, dude, I didn't even realize that I hated it as much as I really did because I know how I feel now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question, I am not afraid to put on more muscle. I'm not
Yeah.
afraid to anything because that guy was so sad.
Yeah.
So sad. And if I could just go back now and tell him like, hey dude, it's gonna suck for a while, but like we're gonna be here. And then a year from now there's another Garrett wishing that he could talk to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna keep getting better. I'm just gonna keep
Oh, that's so
moving
great.
forward. So that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah. And I guess at a certain point you're like, well, I've seen the worst. I'm not afraid anymore.
Exactly.
At all.
You're
At
just
all.
you don't have fear because
Mhm.
that's the scariest that
Right.
it's been. And it's hard to see how things could be any scarier than that,
Right.
you know?
But even
So-
after having, wait, did you answer the question? You said you don't feel like it's cheating,
No.
right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Like,
answered.
as long as you know what you're getting yourself
Exactly.
Yeah.
into and you know what you have to sustain
Yeah.
forever,
Yeah.
you know, and as long as you make that commitment
Yeah.
and promise to yourself, then no. Because you're not cheating because you're going to have to do the work anyway.
Right.
You know, you just got to push.
Mhm.
That's all.
Mhm.
That's why people get trainers,
Mhm.
right? That's like saying getting a trainer is like cheating.
Oh, and I
right?
saw that
So
you're on the front of EOS, huh?
yeah,
Yeah,
like the little,
I saw it. I was like,
advertisement.
congratulations.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
badass.
Yeah.
That's badass.
That's cool, right?
Guys, so cool.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been checking you. I was like, okay,
Oh.
because I didn't know what to ask her, you know. So I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I did
that's
my research.
yeah, that's very inspiring,
Thanks,
honestly.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's cool.
That
It's
was
cool.
such an
Like I
experience.
said, I'm pretty sure she never thought she would be there, you know, doing what you're doing, you know,
Yeah.
to being able to inspire people on a health journey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the amount of questions I get and the people that, you know, just ask me for things or how can I do this? How can I do that? It's like what I've learned in these past, just I guess 2 or 3 years is anything is possible. As
Yeah.
cliche as that sounds,
Yeah.
you can do anything
Yeah.
you want. You can look any way that you want.
Well, that comes, I mean,
It's so possible.
fantasy movies, and that's a lot of the things that I think about too, is like, you know, the love at first sight and anything is possible. And if you just put your mind to it and all
You're
that
like
stuff,
blah blah.
that
but
comes from
it's-
somewhere.
It's
That's real.
It's tried and true.
It's-
it really
it's real.
is. So I
It's
tell
real.
every time people ask me, I'm like, it's the basics. It's
Yeah.
always the fundamentals, and you keep at it
Yeah.
and you stick to the plan.
Even after having the surgery, though, I'm not like a huge advocate. I wouldn't tell people you have to do it. I'm not telling people, oh, you know what you should do?
Yeah.
I'm only telling you what I did.
Yeah.
I'm only telling you my experiences. Because,
There's so many ways to skin the cat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my experience isn't even the same as the next person.
Yeah.
There's no 2 weight loss surgeries that are the same.
Yeah.
It's
Because you
just-
know, guys, I'm sure that have gotten way down without any surgery.
Most
Right.
of my family, yes.
Yeah.
He did it all naturally.
I
You know?
did, yeah, I did.
I know. I haven't seen what
It was
what you looked like before.
well, I was 355,
Okay.
and I went down to 236,
Wow.
and then right now I'm at like 266. But I
Okay.
was afraid. I was kind of disappointed because I went up on weight, but it was more muscle. I'm
See
starting
the
to
fear. Yeah.
you know.
Like,
So
oh,
that's like,
my body's changing.
and it took me a while to understand nutrition.
Yeah.
It took me a long time. It took me 2 years after my, 2 years after my journey,
Yeah.
I can say, because I never knew nutrition.
Yeah.
And from what I was listening to in your last few shows back,
Uh-huh.
you've gained a lot of knowledge
Yeah.
about. Have you been doing a lot of research?
Because
So you have time, you
Mhm.
know, to do, and that's health.
Mhm.
You know, fitness. Again, it's not all centered around moving weights, around moving your body. Research is health, right?
Right.
Sleep is health,
Right.
and you're getting yourself healthier by
Right.
conducting this research. What types of things do you search?
just how I'm feeling, like if I have an ache or a pain or I have a weird,
Yeah,
I just want to know what's
find
going
the
on
answer.
with me.
that is so.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
is a superpower.
Yeah. Or why certain foods make me feel certain ways.
Yep.
Or when I don't eat those, why do I feel worse or better? What am
Yeah.
I missing? What nutrients are in this specific food that make me feel this way but not this way?
Isn't it extraordinary? Our bodies want us to know
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
why wouldn't you want to take the time to get to know about this
Right.
awesome inner working system?
Right.
The body is just, oh my God.
Because
Like,
when
it's
you
so
eat the right
giddy.
food, you have good energy
Yep.
throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to if you eat like a McDonald's Big Mac,
Yeah.
you know, it's like your energy just goes straight down.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
compared to what she just ate, an egg and some pickles.
Yeah.
You know,
Some chicken
like she has good
sausage.
energy still. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not, but it's crazy what food actually does to our body.
Yeah.
Truly.
You know, so me learning on what to put in my body now, it's more. I learned on how to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, which I think is a lot of people's biggest. You know, they can't say no to that
Mhm.
food.
Yeah.
You know,
But again, giving yourself that grace when you
Mm.
cannot say
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
You know, because the less grace that you give, the more that your body, you know, starts to understand. Like, wow, I heard this quote. It's like, you cannot heal a body that you hate. I'm like, whoa, you know, you have to have that grace.
Yeah.
So you guys make sure you say thank you
Yeah.
to your body. I do it in the mirror. Okay. Funny thing, like every night, like before I go to bed, like I'll stop brushing. I'll flip my phone face down. I'll put it face down because if I see a chime or whatever, it ruins the whole vibe. So I'll put my phone down and I'll look in the mirror and I'll tell myself one thing, or I'll call myself like my brave girl or my beautiful girl, my sweet girl. And I'll tell myself, or I'll do that, or thank you feet, thank you toes. And I'll thank one part of my body that I was especially grateful for, like that part of the day.
Yeah.
And I'll tell myself, you know, a little more of like a message, and then I'll give my fingers a kiss and I'll kiss the mirror every night. And I've never told anybody that.
You're like, so that's all camera.
Every single night.
Or do you want us to go like this? No.
No, you can keep that in.
No,
It's
that's
just,
good.
I think I've been doing that for like a year now, and it's part of my routine,
Yeah.
you know. And I tell myself I have to mean what I say.
Yeah.
You know, you call yourself, you know, selfless or brave, you know, girl, that you have to believe that.
Yeah.
I have to believe what I'm telling myself, because I can't just be saying a bunch of, you know, a bunch of fluff and just not believe it. Like I have to believe it.
Have you ever felt that way though?
Yeah. I felt that, like I've, you know, just been, I say things and I don't truly mean that, or you know, people tell me, oh, I'm a hard worker. I'm like, thanks, yeah, it's tough, and I'm like, I'm not a hard worker. Like, you know, I could be doing like way more, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm really starting to believe what I say.
Like
Do you know
speaking
you're
to
a hard worker?
Now I'm starting to see that.
So the law of attraction is
Yeah.
where you're learning.
Yeah, I think so.
Remember what I told you about speaking to existence?
Yeah.
That's what she's doing at
Yeah.
night.
But again, it's hard for me to answer that question with yes.
Yeah.
It's tough because I've never wanted to come off as conceited, and I'm sure you guys are the same. It's hard for you when you ask me that. I cannot just say, yeah, I know I'm a hard worker.
Yeah.
I think that
I saw you
so
double guessed it right there.
cocky.
I saw you double guessed the.
But you know, in certain aspects, I'm like, wow, like you worked hard on that, Rena.
Yeah.
Good job. But to have a whole general, I'm a hard worker, I can't say that just yet.
What do you think it's going to take for you to be able to say that? Is there an aha moment, or does it just
Probably
happen
just
and you don't even realize it?
Years, life.
Yeah.
One day I'll probably come to, you know what, I am a hard worker.
Yeah.
But some days, you know, it's just.
But can I ask you this?
Uh-huh.
And Joey said it on the last one.
Yeah.
Sometimes he doesn't feel like he gives it his all when he goes to the gym, even though he was there for an hour and a half.
Mm.
So can I ask you this? Do you love yourself, like physically, mentally, spiritually?
I'm working on it, and I love me.
Yeah.
I love being Rena. I love waking up, you know, to this body, to this mind. I do, you know, but of course there's always ways or gaps where I see, oh wow, if I just did that every single day, you know, and was just so consistent with that, where would I be now? If I practiced this or this lift, or if I worked at this percentage every single week, where would I be now? Why didn't I just, you know, and I have these, you know, thoughts and
But where does that come from?
not being satisfied.
Yeah.
See, and it's crazy because I'm gonna say this: we're satisfied when we're big, when we were big.
Yeah.
So
Were
why
we,
are we?
though?
Well, hold on. We were at some point.
You think?
I was satisfied at some point until I saw the scale and I said, "Hey." Well, until my friend told me to get my heart going, you know, I was satisfied, but I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
So it's like now that we're putting in the work, why are we not satisfied?
I was
Yeah.
not satisfied. Me personally, being that big.
Never.
Nope.
Not once.
I hated every minute of it, dude.
Really.
Every minute of it. I hated it so much that I gave up because I thought, again, this is how it just is for me.
Yeah.
This is how I'm always going to be. I'm too afraid to try and fail.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to stay here. I hated it, dude.
Yeah.
I hate it still. And I'm so sad that I allowed myself to stay there for such a long time. I feel like I've wasted. I've said this before. A man has two lives.
Mm.
The life he lives, and then the life he starts living when he realizes he only has one life to live. At 32 years old, I realized I only had one life to live.
Mm.
And I feel like even though I've done great and extravagant and successful things. Now I'm living. I've been alive.
Yeah.
Now I'm living. I can't. If I was satisfied then, I would just go back to that. And I would fucking hate myself to go back.
Yeah.
It would destroy me.
But you know what keeps me from going too far down that rabbit hole? Because like when you said, what did you just say? You're I'm drawing a blank. You. What did you just say?
What? Right
Can we hit
now?
the rewind?
What?
Something that you said I wanted to elaborate on. I'm like, oh, keep that in mind, but I wanted to listen to the rest of what you wanted to, what you just kept saying.
That I wasn't satisfied. Did it have to do with that?
Yeah.
That I was afraid of failing, so I never started?
Oh, how you said you, right. I have to put it into words.
You tell me, Rooney. You tell
have
me
to,
right.
I'm sorry. You'll
now.
have to totally cut this out. Now you look, you regret, you look back and you hate that you let yourself get there.
Yes.
Right. And what stops me, right, when I say like, oh, what if I would have just kept practicing this? Like, for example, like I play guitar now. Like I've started strumming guitar, and I'll practice like 10, 15 minutes each day. Right.
Yeah.
And I've got it on Christmas. So I've been doing that like for 2 months. I'm like, well, what if I practiced 30 minutes a day every single day? How much better would I be now? Like, why didn't I just start practicing 30 minutes right from the get-go, right? And then the kind of same thing with what you just told me. What can you do now?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
In hindsight.
That's what keeps me from going so far down that it's like there is no possible way to go back.
Yeah, but you didn't.
No
so why
way.
are you wasting any more time on that?
No way.
Yeah.
And the only way to go, again, it sounds, the things that we live by now are so cliche, but there's, again, they speak
They exist
such
for a reason.
volume. It's like looking back, oh, why did I let myself do this? I should have done this. If I would have just done this, nothing can be done.
But I think that does play a part in it. And I think
Reflection is good. And reflection
correct.
is good for growth.
Correct.
Right? But fixating
Sure.
is damaging.
It's hard not to do, though.
It's hard not to do.
It's
but
hard.
when you accept acceptance,
Yeah.
right? And again, that's kind of what ties into our whole theme that we're talking about is that satisfaction we need to just accept, where we are with our fitness, how much weight we're moving, and all of this, anything, even besides the gym, just accepting this is where I'm at. I'm going to grow with time, and I'm going to go slow. Again, slow is smooth.
Because she said she's still not satisfied, which is crazy because a lot of women will love the body that she has.
Sure.
Like how we would love the body that Joey has.
Sure.
But
taking huge back swings on his backyard with no shirt on. Dude.
yeah,
Oh, motherfucker.
that's what I
Like
want to
we-
experience.
Yeah. I commented. I was like, "We
Get
get it,
out,
bro.
Joey."
You're jacked. We know."
But it's a body that everyone wants.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you just never know. Like I told you, why you guys are going harder than us. For me, that's a 10 out of 10 body.
Sure.
Oh,
Thank
thank you.
So it's not easy work. I know it's not.
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
So it's hard wrapping your head around why aren't you just
why are you-
completely satisfied?
Yeah, exactly.
And that breaks my heart.
Does it?
Because
Why?
I need to be, as you both, I would like you both to be as well, but it's just so much easier said than done.
But it's perspective. It's
You
not, and
know.
that's not your responsibility that we feel that way.
Yeah.
Which I didn't want to cut
So
you
yeah,
off.
then I feel like I need to feel this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so what I wanted to ask you was, with as great as your physique is, and as well as you eat, and as developed as your mind is, and has always been, would you still continue down this path without the recognition that you get? If you had to do it by yourself and just be proud of you, and nobody else recognized it or
No social
celebrated
media,
it, no social
no
media,
compliments.
no compliments, no acknowledgement, it's just you.
Yeah.
Would you still show up for you?
If I'm going to answer that honestly, I can't put myself in that. It's hard.
Yeah. No, I
It's
get
really
it.
hard to give up myself here because
Hypothetical.
that's life now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Life is this. Life is, just that's
Technology.
That's our life.
Yeah.
It's tough because I work out for both. I work out to look a certain way, and to feel a certain way, and just to develop a sense of self accomplishment and confidence, in me. Again, I walk around just like I'm more confident that I can do things.
Well, you can walk around saying I'm the shit because that's how I want to walk around.
Right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know what you mean.
I think I would do a different style of training. I would probably focus more on like solely snatches and solely like clean and jerks, things that I really want, just because like a heavy snatch, right? I don't do that to look good.
Yeah.
It's to say, shoot, like I can snatch that weight with like good form.
Right.
All the other things on top of that, like really like tempo RDLs or tempo pull-ups or dips and all those more like accessory things are more, I guess, no, pull-up isn't an accessory, but more of, things more for hypertrophy.
Yeah.
I guess I do that more for, the
But
way
you've
that
always
you look.
liked-
But it's both. It both have such the cause on, just fitness in general, but I would probably focus just on different things.
But you've always like functional
Yeah.
strength.
If I didn't care about how I looked, I would focus more on bigger, just big giant lifts all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that won't contribute as much. I'll be strong,
Sure.
right? But you won't be as, I guess, like cut
Or limber, right?
or limber.
You would
yeah.
just be stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
Not
love
that
your
powerlifters-
mobility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some powerlifters only do like squat, bench, dead. And that's,
Right.
all good and dandy. But some powerlifters don't, look like they work out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
no offense to any powerlifters,
No.
but you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. So
The big gut, the big midsection.
yeah, but they're strong as
Oh, yeah.
you don't know what. So I would probably train differently if it wasn't about, I guess that's a tough question.
But you would show up every day like you do now?
I would say,
Really?
yeah.
I think she would because, like I said, since 11 years old, she had that mindset.
Sure.
And she didn't have social media at 11 years old.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So that mindset is different.
But again, I don't want to be fat, meaning I don't want anyone to see me.
Yeah.
Correct. That's what I was
As
just going to say. At
fat.
11 years old, she wasn't thinking of showing up for herself. She was thinking of, I don't want the
The
kids
society.
at school to make
Yeah,
fun of me.
true.
So I can answer that question. And my honest answer is no, I wouldn't. Because I'm vain. I want to be recognized. I want to be told that I'm doing a good job. I want to be seen. I want to be celebrated. Because for a long time, I wanted to hide for so long.
Yeah.
That now that I have an opportunity to fucking shine, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I want to get on stage. I want to do all this crazy shit. You know what I mean? I want to take my shirt off at the beach. I want to show off.
Yeah.
I do. I'm very vain.
Yeah.
Extremely vain because I feel like I deserve that because like I said, for such a long time, I didn't want to be seen by anybody. So now I like reverse owe it to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And there's nothing, wrong about that.
Inherently, no.
thinking.
Inherently, and it's not a bad thing, but I do like the attention. I do want the attention because I know the sacrifice that it takes to get there.
Yeah.
And I think if most people are honest with themselves, and I'm glad that you said it, I think if most people are honest with themselves, they like attention. It feels good to be recognized for the hard work.
A
that
good
you
compliment.
do.
Yeah.
A compliment goes a long way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not 100% for yourself.
Yeah.
Having somebody tell you a 10 out of 10 body, that made her smile.
Yeah.
Me telling her, you look beautiful, you belong on a magazine, that's nice.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to hear that?
Yeah.
You don't want me to tell you, like, oh, bro, look at that stain on your shirt. You look like shit.
Hey, this is Brent. No.
You get what I'm saying,
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
Like, imagine if people didn't compliment you and only called you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking.
Yeah. It's definitely a part of it. And again,
Yeah.
like, the compliments that I get and
Yeah.
taking the time to compliment someone takes, courage.
Courage.
Yeah.
Right? Because you could definitely get like totally shot down, even if it's just a compliment.
Yeah.
I have,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess it's all part of it. And now that it's not going anywhere. Social media's not going anywhere. Meeting people isn't going anywhere. I know it's always gonna come. So it's definitely push. It's a push. It
And I
helps
thi-
me keep going.
Right.
I'm gonna just say this real quick though.
What?
I'm hating on her hair because that's the hair I want.
Why?
Aw.
What?
Remember when my hair gets puffy?
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
Your hair looks great.
well, yeah,
You want
well,
it longer and like fuller?
yeah, I want it puffy like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just love her. That's why I got long hair. But yeah, I was like,
well, it's coming, the more healthy that you are, then your hair will grow, your nails will grow.
yeah, that's what they say.
So you keep it on.
So I'm
keep it
hoping.
going, and you'll have a nice bun.
You got nice buns, dude.
Yeah, I know. I should have puffed it out today.
I
but-
like your buns.
yeah, I think you just put product in it. That's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
If you didn't, then it would probably look a lot more
yeah.
voluminous.
It's fluffy.
It's on its way.
Do you think that being vain is a bad thing?
No, I always associated it not as a bad thing, but something I never wanted to be.
Conceited.
I never wanted to, because I've been with guys, like that. I guess I've seen it, and the more things you see, the more you're like, okay, again, like we're inspired, right? I want to be like that. I want to, and then you see things that you don't want to be like,
Yeah.
And I guess I never wanted, anyone to think of me as vain, like, wow, she's like conceited. She's not all that. I'd rather be the underrated character.
Okay.
Totally. All day. I'd rather be like that underrated like singer that, no one really knows about, but
Yeah.
but when you meet her, like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be more
Down to earth.
discreet, down to earth, forget, not, less attention on me, more on you. I never liked that, being like the center or feeling like that about,
So me personally, I think both can exist in the same realm, because I want to be vain and I want to be show offy and I want to be big and loud,
Yeah.
so that other people that were like me
Yeah.
can see that they don't have to give up either.
Yeah.
I want to do it as an example.
As a voice.
Not as
Yeah.
flashy, like, look at me, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
More of, look at me, we can do this.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to stay in that prison that you built for yourself, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
That's-
think
I want to
there's-
live out loud like that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's great. And being vain about the things that you're knowledgeable about,
Right.
right? Like me and like nutrition, or with, like I can talk about nutrition all day. And of course I land in a camp, right? I'm really biased about certain ways
Sure.
of eating, and it might come like, wow, she's conceited. She thinks she knows like everything there is to know about like eating, which I don't, but I'm more vain in those. And
But you're willing to learn.
I'm
Yeah.
willing to learn.
Right.
Yeah. But as far as, I'm fine with being vain about things that I'm knowledgeable about, but being vain with myself, not so much. So I guess like, yeah, they can coexist in life, but it depends on the situation or the topic.
And I'm gonna say this, and it's true. When I heard this guy tell me the other day, I met him, very fit guy, and he told me, we take care of our cars, but why not our bodies?
Sure.
And I started thinking, I started seeing his physique compared to my physique.
Yeah.
And you start thinking, I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna go put water in your gas tank.
Right.
So why are we putting junk food? Like her right now, like she said, I don't care what people think. Like her bringing this healthy food,
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing. That's inspiring to be able to say, hey, this is what I'm going to eat.
Right.
Because I know what it's going to cost me if I stop at, McDonald's, Burger King, whatever, you know? So I think to be able to see what you're putting in your body, like what she's doing, it takes a lot.
Yeah, I know what that'll do to me now, and I know what that'll do to me later.
But
I'll want it, and I'll want it, and I'll want it.
One of those things is easier than the other. It'll take you, 2 hours to take a car from dirty to clean? Could take you 2 years to take your body from unhealthy to healthy.
Yeah, we look at it.
So there's instant satisfaction, instant gratification. One is easier to do than the other.
It's just hard for us to see that end goal.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not going to work perfectly. I know that if I take Windex on a rag and clean a glass window, that's going to get clean.
Yeah.
Right then and there.
Yep.
How many months of eating and exercise does it take to see your body transform?
You're like, I just ate celery. Where's my six pack?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it didn't happen.
But the example is still there. You wouldn't put a cheeseburger in your gas tank.
Yeah.
Because cars don't run on cheeseburgers, they run on gas.
Yeah.
And gas is fuel.
Yeah.
But it's hard to live your life saying, I'm only going to eat for fuel and not for fun.
Yeah.
And I know that's what you do, right? But you found a healthy way to do it because you post your food on social media.
Yeah.
and the stuff that you eat looks delicious.
It
Oh,
does.
thanks.
It does not even look like she makes it. But I would be like,
Sometimes you eat fucking sardines, and I'm
There's
like, that's
sardines and
gross, dude.
liver.
For me,
I do appreciate the one time you tried the oyster, though. Oh my gosh!
Wait,
I
wait,
brought Garrett
like-
a pack of oysters
Uh-huh.
from Sprouts. Just trying to introduce different types of protein sources, and he tried. It was like chili, chili flavored, and it was like but he didn't like it. He did try it, which I really appreciate. That he
Good,
tried
good.
it.
I've done everything. Every diet there was to do. I've starved myself. I have eaten nothing but watermelon for a week.
Juice cleanse.
500 calories a day from nothing but protein shakes. I did that for a month. I've done everything. I've literally starved myself. Well, I knew that she's physically fit. I know that she has the stamina to move the way that I wish that I could move. I know that she looks and feels the way that I wish I could look and feel. And I know I don't need to apologize. I feel like I wasted your time that day. And I feel like, because what had happened was I asked her to teach me. And we sat down like we've never sat down before. We went to a Starbucks, and she had notebooks, and she printed off papers for me, and she had her own notes. We'd never sat down like that. We only sat down ever on some friendly shit. She showed up to teach me something, dude. And I was so overwhelmed and so scared and feeling so bad because I knew what I had asked myself. I'd bitten off more than I can chew. But I was so desperate to have the body that I wanted that I was willing to hopefully try to trick myself into thinking that I could eat like that. I could, right? I would hate it. You love it. And I'm sure that you didn't overnight learn to love sardines.
No way.
You had to train yourself, and,
Yeah.
and your palate needed to change. And
Yep.
it can be done.
like sardines, like the ones in like the red, in that red one, or what?
There's different ones. I just do them in like olive oil.
Oh, okay.
Usually I try it. I mean, they all have bones, but the ones that with less bones are like.
I mean, I like sardines, so I'm gonna try.
You
it.
do
So,
like
Yeah,
sardines?
yeah. Well,
Really?
my grandma grew up with this. Like
I
that.
don't like
That's what.
As long as
sardines.
it's just sardines, salt, olive oil, or sardines, salt, water.
Make sure to
No-
post that and watch
Yeah,
that.
crazy, like additives or anything,
Okay.
and then you're on your way.
Yeah,
And no time wasted.
Really?
Oh my
You don't
gosh.
feel? I've worried about that.
No way.
Okay.
And if anything, that was a way for me to practice. Like, this is how you give information. This is how you help someone, or at least try to help them. And I'm sure a lot of that stuff has stuck with you.
I was just gonna say I
Yeah.
took from that, so now I read
Yeah, it
labels
was not a
more. I
waste of time.
understand what food is doing what. There are
Yeah.
certain things that I do actually try to stay from now.
Yeah, yeah.
So it did teach me.
And if you didn't see that being a sustainable way, you're like, I don't see myself eating like this every single day.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so not against, but like carnivore, or like,
Yeah.
can you see yourself eating meat every single day for the rest of your life?
You can't sustain it.
I need something. I would rather take this more, I guess, soft, fluffier, I guess softer than 2 years ago, body.
That's all I meant. I didn't mean anything
No
bad by
worries.
it.
No, it's like the way that I'm eating right now, I can do this every day.
Yeah.
Every single
You
day
love
wherever
what you're
I'm
doing.
at. I love the way I'm eating. I love the way I feel when I'm eating. And I can't see myself eating just meat and cheese, every day. It's not. So this way, I know it's going slow because I want to get huge. I want to be that.
Really?
I want to be that.
Really?
I want big, giant forearms.
Well, you're going there.
I feel myself
That's drugs.
going on. Yeah. Okay, well, as close to that as I can get.
Yeah.
Without the drugs.
Yeah.
However far I can get now. And of course, we all have a cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a cap.
Right.
So as big and as muscular and as as it
Yeah.
can get, and with naturally.
Yeah.
But I feel myself on my way slowly.
Sure.
And the slower that I see things happen, the more I appreciate it and know that I feel more certain.
Yeah.
Right. So even on like a set of pull-ups, right? Like sometimes I'll do sets of 5 weighted pull-ups. I'll do 5 and then 4, 4, 4, 4. And then the next week I'll try to do 5, 5, 4, 4, 4. And I didn't get that second set of 5. I could only do 4.
Gotcha.
And I get happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I know it's coming now.
Yeah.
So I don't even get necessarily. I mean, of course, you have bad days. You slam the weights because you're just so pissed.
Right.
But in that case, I know where I'm headed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? Well, I'm going to face this again next week. And then the next week. And I will get
Better.
5 sets of 5. One way or another, as slow as I need to. because I've just learned.
As long as you keep
That's
showing
like my
it.
motto for the age of 21 is slow,
Yeah.
calm.
Slow and steady.
Slow and
Is it hard not to put a time frame on it though? Or can you have goals that you want to
for
reach
sure.
something by?
Yeah. Or like by the end of the year, or like I guess there's a weight that I want to power clean, right? Like I want to get to a certain power clean weight, but I know what it takes to get there. It's going to take so much periodization. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of technicality.
No.
It's going to take different things, and those are things that I'm willing. I know now at this point that it doesn't happen overnight,
That's true.
you know? So
That's true. And I think that's important for people to like
So
really
important.
understand and hold on to.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
Anything worth doing, right?
Yeah.
Another cliche.
Yep.
But
Slow is safe.
how do you feel about this?
I feel good.
You feel
I
good?
feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're on time.
Oh.
You ready for your outro?
You go,
Really?
We're on time. That's an hour and a half.
What?
That's it.
Really?
That's it.
That went pretty fast.
Dang. I
That's
feel
okay.
like it was me for 10 minutes.
No, dude. That's it.
Really?
We're on time.
Even with the cut.
Yeah.
You
Even with the
get it?
cut.
Even
Yeah.
with the cut.
You're going to cut all that. When I'm like this.
Oh, no. I'm keeping that
No, you're
for
not.
sure. What?
No, you can't.
We got there.
Wait,
No.
wait, which one was it?
I was really like this. I didn't think of it. Guys, no. You can't.
Oh,
Why
my
not?
gosh.
Come on.
No,
Well, all right.
I will not see that.
I'll cut it.
I'll unsubscribe.
Make sure.
I'm kidding.
She said when your brother told me,
Yeah.
his brother followed me on what was it, TikTok? Yeah, he
Yeah,
said
one of them.
TikTok, and I didn't notice it was him.
Uh-huh.
I just looked at it, I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, he unfollowed me. He had the
He's not gonna
courage to
phone
tell
me
me.
back?
He's all like, yeah, I unfollowed you. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit. I was
Well,
like,
thank you for not doing that with me. I just followed you.
no,
now.
you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, good.
No. Oh shit, I clicked something.
What'd you cut?
No, I clicked right here.
Why'd you? Let me see. Talk.
Hello.
Just you're good.
Okay, good.
You got it.
Got it.
Okay, do the outro.
All right.
77. Sonder.
The Sonder. Sonder.
Go.
All right. Thanks for tuning in on the Sonder Experience. Misfit, thank you for showing up.
Yes.
It was nice meeting you.
Oh yeah.
If you have a message for the women, what would be your message?
Oh man. Again, just reiterating, slow is safe, or no. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast.
Nice.
Go slow.
That's
Take
smart.
your time and enjoy the journey.
That's super smart.
Take your time.
Thank you. And thanks for tuning in on the Sonder Experience, episode 77. And that's it.
All right. Later.
The Sonder Experience.